Hi ladies, good morning. It is Sarah Shipton here from Scrapbooking with Sarah, and I'm coming live to you today on Tuesday, November 7, 2023 with this week's scrapbooking challenge, and also to teach you a fun technique where we are going to be creating a border embellishment around the outside of our scrapbook base page using the Stickles Glitter Glue. So thank you all for joining me. I just want to start by saying thank you for being patient. As many of you know, I tested positive for COVID not last week, but the week before. I had to cancel our Saturday workshop for October, which I was very upset about because I hate having to cancel workshops. So thank you to everyone for your patience. I missed our Technique Tuesday class last week, but I have got the scrapbook layout here with me this morning, and I am going to be teaching that technique after I teach this technique here for the week. I'm coming live a little earlier than normal today because I'm heading off for a Melbourne Cup function, which I'm very excited about, to be going out and letting my hair down after being at home on the couch or in bed for a week. So I'm coming live a little earlier today than normal so I can share this with you and then head off for a fun day. My son Jai is going to be my date. So isn't that exciting? Okay, so let's get into it, ladies. We are looking at pattern number 13 this week. We are in the Make It From Your Heart Volume 3 book, and pattern number 13 is on page 30. Now, a couple of things that I'm going to point out with this particular pattern is there is room for a 5 by 7 inch photo. However, I didn't have a 5 by 7 inch photo. So what I've actually done here is created the 5 by 7 inch border, and with my, actually that's 5 1/4 by 7 1/4 mat. And then I've cut two landscape photos down. They are 3.5 inches by 5 inches. So no, that's not right. 3.5 inches, 3.5 inches. No, it is 3.5 inches by 5. So the width is still 5 inches, but the length is still 5 inches, but the width is 3.5, which is half of 7. All right. So we're going to envision that that's a 5 by 7 inch photo. So that's one tip I wanted to give you today, that if you get a space for a photo mat there, which is meant to be, in this case, a 5 by 7 inch photo, you can cut multiple photos down to fit your photo mat. So I have done that there. And then what I've done is also create a flip flap, which is 5 by 7 inches in size. Now, this size flip flap, we don't sell that anymore. I just happen to have a couple still lying around. So what I've done here is cut my cardstock down 5 by 7 inches. And then I've cut my photos down. They've had to be cut down a little bit smaller because obviously the mat is not the same size as this mat here. This has gone into a 5 by 7 inch flip flap. So I've cut my photos down. You can see I've got 3 photos here. This is a great way to create like a little mini photo collage for where a bigger space photo is meant to go. And then on the back here, I've got another photo that I've cut down to fit this 5 by 7 inch piece of cardstock, and I've ruled my journaling lines there on the flip flap. So that's worked out really well, and then I've just slid that into the flip flap, and then my scrapbook layout will go in there like so to the memory protector, and then that flips out where you can see the photos on the bottom, and then also the journaling and the photos on top there. Okay, so I've got a couple of girls that have joined us this morning. Hi, Mel. Hi, Sue. Thanks so much for coming on early today. So that's my first tip for pattern number 13. With your photo wells, if you don't have the size photo, you can cut your photos down to create a little mini collage. That is pretty much it in terms of placement for the photo. You can see here that I've added an extra photo up here. They've got this space here where a title is meant to go. And then on this side here, there should be a 4 by 6 inch photo here, but I've cut down 2 photos smaller to put there. And then I've actually done my stamping here where there is a journaling box meant to go as well. So I have made a little bit of changes, not so much to the base of the layout. The base of the layout I will always do as is. It will be more so maybe the photo sizes or the photo placement that I might move around. So just keep that in mind for your weekly challenges. If you want to participate, the base of your page needs to be as is. And then if you're changing size of photos, that's no problem at all. Okay, so let's now talk about this month's feature. Oh my gosh, I can't even get my words out, girls. This month's featured paper collection. So we have a new catalogue for November, December. And I will say, disclaimer, that it is heavily Christmas orientated. So we have 2 paper collections. The first one for November is called Silver Bells. And the second collection, which we'll be doing in December, is called Evergreen. So Silver Bells is very much a Christmas themed collection. The thing I love about this paper collection is that all of your papers are actually neutral. So this is very similar to a paper collection we had in our core catalogue a few years ago, which was a wedding collection. The papers were very neutral, but then you can add in your colour cardstock, your ink pads, your glitter paper. Let's say, for example, your Christmas theme is blue and silver. You've got this tonal base with the greys and the golds and the silvers, but then you could incorporate blue glitter paper or blue cardstock or blue ink pads in order to add your colour to your scrapbooking layouts. So I do really love that. We've got the paper collection, which you can purchase separately, or you can get it with a sticker pack. There's coordinating cardstock, and then there's some mini dots as well. And then if you are a digital customer, there is some digital art that you can download. Every month we feature a stamp set. So I have invested in this stamp set. This is the Silver Bells card making stamp set with the thin cuts. You're going to see me use this a little bit throughout our weekly challenges. And I have used this stamp set on this week's challenge as well. So I've just stamped the word Season's Greetings here, which came from the Silver Bells card making stamp set and thin cut. There's a scrapbooking stamp set and thin cut. We've then got our monthly scrapbooking kit. I'm going to share those layouts with you today because I have already created them, and I've actually used leftovers from my scrapbooking workshop kit to create this layout today. So this paper that runs all through here, that was scrap left over. I've got my zip strips through here, which was left over. These stickers here were left over. The little dots you can see here. These dots actually came, the Silver Bells dots came in my scrapbooking workshop kit. So you get a sheet of the charcoal glitter. This is like a clear or white glitter gems, and these are some beautiful bronze ones. So you will have some leftover from your scrapbooking kit that you can use on your layout. I have used the November stamp of the month here. So November stamp of the month is called Thanks a Bunch. If you're a VIP customer and you place an order of $80 or more in November, you'll get this stamp for free. If you're not a VIP customer, you can buy it for $9 with an $80 order, or you can just purchase the stamp set outright for $35.50. So I have stamped the Thankful, Grateful, Blessed here. Now, while I'm on this, I will give you a tip with this stamp. This is actually 3 separate words, but you can see that the 3 of them are designed to be stamped together to make like a stamping cluster. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this with your block. What I prefer to do is stamp each word individually. On my block, I feel like I've got a much better control when I'm stamping them individually because I can align them up on my scrapbook page. Or you can get the bigger acrylic block and you can line up all 3 stamps on the one block. So it's purely just a personal choice, but I do prefer to stamp mine individually for better control. And I've used the charcoal ink to be able to stamp that. So that is your November stamp of the month. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving in North America in November, which is why we've ended up with a kind of like a giving thanks stamp set, but there's lots of different ways that you could incorporate that into your scrapbooking. As you can see here, I've put that on my Christmas layout. Now, this little cluster up the top was also made with my leftover scrap of papers. So with your pattern, you can see here that they've embellished in the top left-hand corner, just to make that, we've talked before about putting your embellishments in a triangular spot. So by using your scraps, this is a great way to create embellishment clusters. So I've cut that down. I've made a dovetail piece here like so, and then I've actually overlapped that over the top of my scrapbook page, and then I've turned that over and I've cut that with my scissors, okay? So all those little scrap bits of paper, you know, I keep those, and they're a great way to create little embellishment clusters. You can see that I've gone over the top of the embellishment cluster with my glitter glue as well. And then I've added 3 little dots here just to create that embellishment cluster. So that's a really great tip there for you. So all of that was made creating leftovers from my scrapbooking workshop kit Silver Bells. And then of course there is a coordinating card making set for Silver Bells too, for those of you that like to create cards. So let's get straight into showing you how I have created this glitter border here. Now, the reason I wanted to show you how to use your platinum glitter glue is that you are going to use this. If you're purchasing the scrapbooking workshop kit, there are a couple of additional supplies that you will need if you wish to do the optional artistic technique. The optional artistic technique with this month's scrapbooking workshop kit is adding embellishment with the Stickles Glitter Glue in Platinum. So this is a new colour, and also adding liquid pearls as well. Girls, just excuse me for a moment. My cat is meowing like crazy. I'm just going to go and let her out so she can go to the bathroom. I'll be 2 seconds. Okay, we are back. So a couple of extra things that you will need are those items there, the glitter glue and the liquid pearls. I am going to feature the liquid pearls in a weekly challenge as we go through the month, but for today I'm going to show you. So you're already going to be investing in this if you're doing the scrapbooking workshop kit. So I wanted to show you how to get best bang for your buck and use this glitter glue on other layouts as well, okay? Now, first things first, I'm going to leave this one out here so we can use it as a sample. First things first, you're going to want your all-purpose mat down. The all-purpose mat is a crafting mat. It's two-sided. You've got a tacky side here, and you're going to pop the tacky side face down and lay that out flat, because that will help you to keep that on your workbench. And I have got some cardstock here, which I'm going to use as a sample. So you'll need your cardstock. Now, my suggestion with this, if you're going to create this glitter border, is to do this last. So create your scrapbooking layout, put your photos down, do your journaling, add your embellishments, and do this last, and then set it to the side. Because if you do this first and then you're trying to do all your placement, what's going to happen is you're going to, I promise you, your arm or your fingers will brush over that glitter and will push it out of the way. So my suggestion is to add your glitter glue last, okay? You are also going to want your T-square ruler, because we're going to do this so you can get a really nice straight line while you are putting your glitter glue on, okay? So I've got my platinum glitter glue here. Now, you might recall that this is what we call a third-party item, which means that you won't see the glitter glue in your essentials catalogue. The glitter glue is only in the November-December catalogue. So if you want the glitter glue and the liquid pearls, you do need to purchase that during the 2-month that this catalogue book is in. Close to my heart will be stocking items that you need for your additional supplies to create the scrapbooking workshop kit and do that added artistic technique. It will be there for that 2-month period, okay? So this is not an item you will find in your essentials catalogue. And what we're going to do here, I'm just going to get my glitter glue right at the tip there like so. And I'm going to leave a point at the top here. So I am not going all the way to the edge. I'm creating a border. And we are just gently squeezing that glitter glue out. And I'm using my T-square ruler as a base. Now this is getting caught along here. I reckon I've got glitter glue left over from yesterday. So the cool thing here is that it doesn't matter if it looks messy. You can go over it again, okay, to join up your lines through here. All right, don't worry if some parts are thicker than the other. It's not meant to look perfect. It's meant to look kind of like, what would we call that there? It's meant to kind of look fun and brushed. All right, and then I'm lifting that up like so. So you can see that what I've got ended up here is there's a little bit of a line, so it's created almost like a double border, but it's okay. Once it dries, it's going to look really cool. And then we're going to turn this one on its side, and then I'm going to line this up like so. So I don't want to go all the way to the end with my glitter glue. I want to create like a border. Now this end here, you've got to envision that's the bottom of your page. So that's okay if we don't go all the way to the end here. And I'm just going along the edge of my T-square ruler and creating this fun border. Now, if you are doing the monthly scrapbooking workshop kit, you will use the glitter glue on your scrapbooking pages. And there is a section where you're going to rule lines with the liquid glass. Sorry, not the liquid glass. The liquid pearls, and you're going to need your T-square ruler for that as well, okay? So it's a clear ruler. You can see through what you're doing here, which makes it really easy. All right. And we are just going to lift that up like so. So that is my border. How cool does that look? Now, there are some sections which are a little bit lumpy because I might have been heavy-handed. Don't worry about that too much at all. It's not going to take away from the overall. It's just a fun little border technique. What I want you to do after you've done your borders, you're going to end up with glitter on the edges, glitter glue on the edges. So you're going to want to just grab a baby wipe and you're just going to wipe over your T-square ruler so you don't end up with glitter glue drying on there. I've just noticed when I went to do this one here, I could feel it catching. So I've got to give that a really good wipe over after this to make sure I get all my excess glitter glue off. Once you've done that, you're going to want to put that to the side to dry. Okay, girls, somewhere safe so it's out of the way. And once it's dried, you can see here, I've got this really cool textured glitter glue border around the outside of my scrapbook layout. And I love this platinum color because it won't matter whether your Christmas decor is heavily gold or heavily silver. The platinum's kind of like an in-between color. The other thing I want you to do as well is just make sure you wipe off any excess glitter glue from the top of your container, because if this dries and gets stuck, you'll need to get a pin in there to get that excess out because it will get stuck. All right. I'm going to just tie that lid up like so. So that is creating the border with your platinum glitter glue. I now would like to show you last week's layout because I didn't do a Technique Tuesday class on that. And this one is called Oh Christmas Tree. Now, this does feature the October featured paper collection, which is Home for Christmas. And unfortunately, all of the Home for Christmas paper, stickers, scrapbooking workshop kit, and the card making set have all sold out. So if you weren't able to get your hands on that, I do have some of the bulk paper left over in stock. So you can use the bulk paper if you like. You can purchase that from me for individual sheets at my workshop. If you missed out on these papers, you can get the bulk paper and then you bulk it up with just plain color cardstock, okay? Now, this particular pattern here, we did this. I had already had this created before I got sick, which was great. But this was pattern number 11 from the Make It From Your Heart book, and that was on page 26. So I did get the pattern posted before I got ill. It was just a Technique Tuesday class that I didn't get done. So the Technique Tuesday class was going to be using shimmer brushes. So you can see what I've done here is I've got this splattered border all around the bottom here. You're going to want to do your shimmer brush splattering on the base of your cardstock before you stick down the rest of your papers, your photos, and your journaling strips, okay? So you prepare the base pages first, set them aside to dry. It won't take long with the shimmer brushes. The glitter glue that we just did, you will need to allow some extra time, but the shimmer brushes don't take long to dry at all, okay? So I'm going to show you how I did this splattering technique, and it's not too difficult at all. You're going to want your all-purpose mat down. I've got my base of my cardstock here. Now, knowing that most of this area was going to be filled at the top, I did only splatter the bottom the bottom of my base pages. The reason why this particular technique is so fun is that this layout didn't have anything else down here through the bottom. I've obviously added my journal strips here, but this would have just been very bare and plain. Now, of course, you could have added extra photos along here if you wanted to, but I was showing you how to do the shimmer brush splattering technique. Now, the color shimmer brush I used was Candy Apple. These are core items in your essentials catalog. So on page 16, you've got our shimmer brush range. So there are 20 different shimmer brushes in the range. Over time, I have built up a little bit of a collection of the shimmer brushes, as you can see here. And the really cool thing with the shimmer brushes is that they now they never used to do this. They now put the name of the color of the shimmer brush on there, which is really handy. Now, if you don't have any organization for this, you might want to look at investing in a organizer for your shimmer brush. So I keep mine in a pen roll-up case. We don't sell that roll-up case anymore, but I have mine in a pen roll-up case. If you've got your shimmer brushes, oh my Lord, if you've got your shimmer brushes on your desktop, then you're going to want an organizer to keep them in. Here we go, girls. All your scrapbooking or craft space organization tools are on pages 52 and 53 of your catalog. And this would be the tub here. I have got one on my desk in front of me, which is a little bit tricky to see without me having to move my camera, but you're looking at item number 8, which is your tool cubby. This allows you to have pens, shimmer brushes, things standing upright, pencils, blending brushes, things standing upright. And the way that this space works is everything is designed to fit inside one another. So that is a great way to organize your shimmer brushes. So I've got the Candy Apple shimmer brush here. Now, I will point out to you, when you get your shimmer brush, I'm going to show you a brand new shimmer brush, girls. This is your brand new shimmer brush in its packaging. And can you see there's this yellow piece of plastic between the shimmer brush? I'm going to open this up and I'm going to do this in front of you because this is really important to know. And I think if you don't know this, it would make things tricky. So I've got the clear shimmer brush here. I'm taking my lid off of the shimmer brush. Okay, sorry, I have to twist that first of all. So we're twisting that first of all. You need to remove this yellow piece of plastic in order to use the shimmer brush. They have got this here only for transporting purposes, and so the shimmer brush at the moment, it's not connected, all right? So I can't squeeze any ink out. I'm not going to end up with shimmer all through my box and all over my product. So you want to take that little plastic wheel out, and you are going to twist the shimmer brush lid back onto itself until it's tight, okay? Now, the thing to note here is that when you want to take your lid off, you are just taking it on and off. You're not going to untwist it. I've just tightened that well again. You are not going to untwist the lid. You are just taking the lid on and off, because if you untwist that, you're going to untwist the well, and then, yes, that's when you're going to end up with glitter everywhere together, because I've activated this well now. This pushes into the shimmer ink cartridge, And then if you are undoing it, you're going to end up with shimmer everywhere. So you are just putting your lid on and off, okay? So I have got my candy apple one here. You can see I've used this brush before because you can see ink in the inkwell. And all we're going to do, I'm just giving that a little bit of a shake. Yes, I'm doing it over my cardstock because it doesn't matter. And you can very lightly push. There is a push area here where you can very lightly push that shimmer brush. Oh, there we go, the ink out, and you'll see it starting to come through your inkwell. And all I'm doing, look at this, girls, woohoo! All I'm doing is now splattering that over my base page of my cardstock. You can see why you need to do that with your all-purpose mat here, okay? And then I'm putting my lid straight back on again. All-purpose mat is important to have down because you are going to end up with shimmer brush everywhere. So a good tip is to make sure you've got some baby wipes on hand so you can wipe over the excess. It will come off. It won't stain. They're not like an acrylic gloss spray. So I will wipe over that all-purpose mat now and around my desk area there to get off any excess shimmer brush. And you can see it's already starting to dry, okay? It does dry very quickly, but you want to do the prep of your base pages first, all right? So that is the shimmer brush technique from last week. I'm going to very quickly show you the 3 double-page scrapbook layouts for this month's Silver Bells collection. This is layout number, I haven't got these in order, sorry girls. This is one of the 3 layouts. I will point out that the only change I've made to this layout here is that this layout here says the magic of winter. This bit here is a whole die cut. It is a whole piece of die cut, and the words the magic of winter are actually printed on this die cut. I'm not going to be using my layout for winter. I'm going to be using it for Christmas. I don't have photos down because these are my layouts I'm preparing for my Christmas this year. My table is going to be gold, and so these layouts are going to work absolutely perfect for my Christmas table this year. So instead of having the magic of winter, what I've done here, girls, is I've cut down a piece of mink cardstock to match my base page. I've cut this at 1 inches by 4 inches. I've then dovetailed inside each edge, and I've stuck that over the word winter. I stamped it first with the word Christmas. I have used a stamp set that I had here, and I've stamped the word Christmas, and then I put a little dovetail sticker behind there as well. So you can still see the swirls coming out, but it's not super obvious. So that is a really good tip for you if you want this scrapbooking workshop kit, but the magic of winter is putting you off. We're just going to stamp the word Christmas, and we're going to cover that up, and it's going to look fantastic. So that is layout number 1. You can see here where we've used the Stickles Glitter Glue in platinum over the top, and we've also used the liquid pearls as well, but that's going to be a class for another day. So that is one of the scrapbooking layouts. This is another one of the scrapbooking layouts. This is actually layout number 1. Now, if you were to look at this in the catalogue, this layout and this layout all has snow photos in there. Now, we are not going to have any snow photos, but these are going to be my layouts for Christmas this year, and they're going to work perfectly with my decor and my table. All my family photos will go on here. My food photos will go on here. You've got these beautiful gold and silver stickers. I've used the platinum glitter glue here on the die cuts, and also put some liquid pearls over the top of those. And then this is the 3rd layout where you've got this beautiful square pattern, and we've done the platinum glitter glue across the top here. So absolutely stunning, the Silver Bells collection, which is our featured paper kit for November. So excited to share these layouts with you in the flesh, but there's not going to be any photos on these until the new year. So this is a really great way to think about your scrapbooking layouts. Do you want to create to have them ready for Christmas 2023, or will your photos from last year 2022 go on them? I think making them in advance is a great way to think about if you're a bit crazy and you match your decor or your outfits, the colours of your photos. I used to do that when my kids were little. It is going to look great for my Christmas table. Not so sure about the outfit. I'm going to give that a little bit of thought. But the other really great thing, girls, just print your photos in black and white, because black and white goes with any paper collection we have. So that is today's Technique Tuesday. I have also shared this layout on my social media yesterday. This was part of my November-December catalogue launch project. We only did the one layout. It was actually a single page layout. So what I've done here is I mirror imaged it and I duplicated the left-hand side page as well to get those extra photos on. And then I've added a flip flap. So these photos were from Christmas last year. You can see here the blue in my sister-in-law's Christmas decor. Hers is blue, white and silver. And you can see having those colours on the neutral tones looks absolutely fantastic. Everyone also happened to be wearing navy or brown that day, so that worked out really great as well. And then I've popped in a Pocket Plus memory protector to get those extra photos into the layout. So I hope you've enjoyed my Technique Tuesday class today, girls. If you are off to a Melbourne Cup function or putting a bet on, good luck to you. If you don't celebrate Melbourne Cup, then that's totally okay too. Enjoy your day, and I look forward to seeing you for next week's Technique Tuesday. Have fun creating your weekly challenge this week. Thanks so much, ladies.